Test. Alright, looks like we are good. Alright, we got another CD game going here. Yeah, it's been fun to play with this new card set again, and just been having a lot of fun playing these games lately, so we're playing one more. Okay. We have a pretty good table. Myself, Larsu, reasonably rated, Zek, quite good. Very good, actually. This is one of the higher elos on the site, along with mine. And then Pelifont, reasonably rated. Opening pack, Cultivator's probably just the best card here. Actually, the rest of the pack's pretty weak in compared to Cultivator. Like, Stockman can be pretty good if there's a lot of other wood injection. This is a pretty good card. I think Fodder Planter has its place, but like as a first pick, these are much like less certain. Cultivators, at least, gonna be pretty solid. I'm third seat this game. That's also fine. Hey, Assistant Tiller. No idea why Pelifant passed an Assistant Tiller, but Tiller is like just one of the best cards in the set. Cultivator is very convenient in that it works off of each field tile you get. It doesn't matter what spot you're getting those tiles from. So Day Labor just comes with a extra wood and a food for me already with Cultivator Tiller. So, and Tiller's stats are just insane, and lately I've been thinking Tiller is very strong. I mean, we'll see if we hit any combos. I mean, if we get like a seasonal worker, water worker type stuff, loam pit, obviously, it becomes very nuts. The other great part about Tiller stuff is that it's just remarkably flexible. You can go big house, you can do smaller stuff, you just get fields which you want, you get food which you want, and you get an action space other people don't generally want. Now, one of the only problems with Tiller and stuff is that sometimes other people are drafting day labor stuff, and then you have day labor fights. So we hope for not that. Here's a pretty good pack. This is pretty good stuff. Plowman is pretty good, except we have fields off Tiller. Wood Barterer, I think, is quite good. Bricklayer could also be very good. Hedgekeeper's okay. Game Catcher's pretty solid, if you're going to do everything else first. I think I'm just going to take Wood Barterer, although the tricky part about Wood Barterer... Well, it's not that tricky. I want to play Wood Barterer early. These guys can come down more in the mid-game, and I can plow late, potentially. Bricklayer's interesting. I could try to go for like clay rooms, but I'll just go with Wood Barterer. There is a lot of wood coming into the game off Wood Barterer, so if the Stockman comes back out of my opening pack, I'd be pretty happy, actually. Stockman plus getting to draft a Game Catcher is also can be pretty sweet, because you can get Breeding Cow and Boar by building your stables and playing Game Catcher. Although it does, I mean, that requires a lot of food to pull off, but... overall things look okay thus far. I mean, we're also like we're third seat, which isn't the best, but we are sitting after the otherwise weakest player. We have a very strong start to the hand, and we have a very flexible hand. Wow. I mean, dang. I wish I was seeing this pack multiple times. This is tough. I think Mason is incredibly strong. Or not like incredibly, but I think Mason's very good. Patron is pretty damn good, especially because we want to play a lot of our Ox, but Excavator. Excavator's a Day Labor combo, and we have really good stuff on Day Labor already. And I don't really want to fight people on the Day Labor space. I think I have to just take Excavator here, but somebody getting like a 5th pick Mason is absolutely insane. 5th pick Patron is pretty insane too. Like I don't rate Patron as highly as others did in the Ock video, obviously, but Patron's still like pretty good. So I'm really curious what's gone out of this pack. This pack was quite strong, so it's sad to see it last. I think I gotta just take the Excavator. The Day Labor combos. I'm also partly wanting to play some of the newer cards, so I think we set up this crazy Day Labor thing. If we get a Loam Pit, I mean, it just doesn't matter. We just have too much efficiency on Day Labor. To be completely honest, it's possible I don't even really need Cultivator this game. I mean, Cultivator is going to get me some wood and food, so it's probably worth playing, but What does my first occupation do? Cultivator. I get a wood and a food for each field tile. So it doesn't matter how I get the field tile. Um, it doesn't have to be on plow. That's the exciting part. It can happen from anywhere. So, okay, here, fodder planter I'm kind of a fan of. Get breeding animals and sow crops. The thing is, I don't know when I'm going to have breeding animals going. Stone carver can be okay food, especially when excavator, you can add extra stone into the game very rapidly. But the thing is, a lot of these cards I want to play kind of early now. I have really good reason to play all four of these early-ish. So I think this is take fodder planter because fodder planter can be played very late and still be good. And yeah, I kind of need that. Here, I don't care for most of these. I guess I take Pet Lover. I don't have a source of grain yet. And Potato Harvester and Homebrew are just excessively weak. I find Pet Lover fairly weak, though, so I'm unlikely to play it. But I actually have no crop support, oddly enough, yet, so little atypical for this set. But my crops could be kind of slow and iffy. I'm definitely hoping to go for a big house, although the Mason also wants to go for a big house. What's my third occupation do? Wood barter. Every time I build rooms or anytime I go to the build rooms or build fences space, I get 2 wood, or I can trade 2 wood for 1 reed each. Really, I think it's just for a lot of wood. Wood barter is a great excuse to build rooms, build stables, build fences, and just get a bunch of stuff. Game Catcher is very playable. It's another card you can play late. I think this was undervalued by other players. Just getting a cow and a boar as a single action in the late game, even if it costs some food, is pretty strong. So very happy about that. Here, couple of good cards for sure. Not a big fan of Mantelpiece anymore. I just increasingly don't think that's it. Sleeping Quarter can be very good, but I actually don't have a grain source, which makes it significantly weaker. There's so much wood in my hand that I don't really need rammed clay either. Potter Ceramics is a fun way to get grain while you bake, but I also don't have grain to plant then. So it's actually not as strong as I thought after thinking through it. None of these cards are super easy for me to hit. It might still just be take Sleeping Quarter. It's very good, but I'm kind of tempted to just build 5 rooms anyhow. But I guess if it's late growth, maybe I'll still want it. Otherwise, just taking Rammed Clay. And Rammed Clay or Potter Ceramics are just both free cards. Maybe it is just Rammed Clay, and I can get away with adding a ton of wood to the game and just using it on rooms and stables. I haven't necessarily seen a ton of clay injection yet either, but I mean, Excavator gives dribbles of clay also. I'll take Rammed Clay. It's going to let me fence very easily, very early. And maybe that's worth it. Writing Desk here might be the play. We want to play a lot of these occupations, and Writing Desk saves us an action, although it is it's not that food intensive. I'm really not afraid of playing Wood Barter, Tiller, Cultivator, Excavator early, so Writing Desk speeds that up, and then I might want to play Game Catcher Fodder Planter late, or even Pet Lover Fodder Planter late. This is another pretty strong pack, though, because Clay Supply is very good, Feed Pellets is totally fine, Carriage Trip is just obnoxiously good, annoying, Acorns is fine. But I think I take Writing Desk here. I think there's enough occupations I want to play. I also passed a patron, so giving the patron Writing Desk and letting them throw out all their ox quickly is also not really something I want to do. But Clay Supply is really quite good. Paying a food for just 3 clay, get a fireplace, get whatever. Feed Fences is incredibly strong. You get a fence action and save wood, and with Tiller Cultivator stuff, I'm gonna have plenty of fields. Crosscut Wood can also be really funky and fun. I mean, with Excavator, but there's just so much wood in the game, especially with this now. God, wood is so cheap. Ravenous Hunger with Pet Lover. I hate Ravenous Hunger. I know that we saw ridiculous. I saw Econ Sean's ridiculous setup, but I think it's bad. I saw that game, but that game was a lot of a you got to grow stupidly fast. Like if I get to grow stupidly fast, fine, but otherwise, like, come on. These cards suck. On the other hand, these are garbage. Maybe recycled brick. I guess I just get a ton of clay and I build a pottery. Yeah, sure, sure. This is pottery. Maybe we wheel it. We should wheel it. Ravenous Hunger is pretty awful, honestly. It's pretty freaking awful. You need a stupid number of actions for it to be, like, particularly good. You're just trying to get the power above 0. Hey, that's fine. You know, very few cards are truly power 0 because they should let you win occasionally. But Ravenous Hunger is pretty awful, let's be real. Like, if I get to just grow first and second this game in an early growth game or something, then yeah, sure. Potter Ceramics came around. That seems wrong. I'll take another free card that lets me just, like, build an oven for the hell of it. Sure. I mean, large greenhouse is playable here too, but I'll take the free flexible card. You think Ravenous Hunger would be pretty decent if it didn't cost a grain? Well, sure. Sure, that's fine, but the cost does include a grain, and a grain is a very high cost. Like, that's a lot. Especially with this hand. The grain cost is really annoying with this hand. I don't have grain source. Like, unless Pet Lover, but even then Pet Lover is not a great grain source in my opinion either. Like, it's a lot of action still to play Pet Lover, use Pet Lover, then throw one of the few grain I'm getting away to something else. The strength of this hand is definitely based around the Tiller Day Labor combo, along with really cheap fencing. I have very easy farming, and so really, like, the main thing I think to leverage here is to just build and try to grow fairly aggressively. My food also is actually not totally that easy. Tiller plus cultivator is like fun food, but I actually don't have tons of extra food either, so I do need to worry about food. Potter ceramics maybe will be good enough as some supplement to food, building ovens and stuff. Carriage strip came back around. Carriage strip is annoying. It allows a lot of flexibility. Butter churn is also just generically good though, but I also want to, like, kind of rush to 4 occupations, though. I'm not sure I'm going to get butter churn down in time, so I'm going to carriage trip. Is it large greenhouse and sack cart good? They're solid. They're definitely solid, but the other cards I'm taking are also quite good. So, I mean, I guess we have enough wood in hand. Maybe I should have thought more about those, but honestly, I'm kind of just a hater of those cards. I mean, part of the problem is the tempo on those cards is rough. You have to play them at a time in the game where at least for me, I often don't have 2 occupations, a room, and I'm fighting for the growth queue and have 2 wood to play. Like, especially large greenhouse, I find the timing bad on. But I guess I could take the Ravenous Hunger here and let them talk me into it, but my instinct is that Clay Pipe is just better. So I'm just taking Clay Pipe. I think Clay Pipe's actually reasonable food for me. I'm injecting so many resources off of my cards that it should be fairly easy to hit Clay Pipe this game. So think it's a fairly easy Clay Pipe. Ravenous Hunger is really quite bad, no matter what they try to tell me. My priority in the early game here is going to be, well, oof, there's a field watchman. That's gross. Okay, well, whatever. I take Reedstone food. I do just want to build a room and grow pretty rapidly. I'm certainly not opposed to starting to get some of my occupations played. I probably play Wood Barterer, then Tiller, then try to play Writing Desk and play Excavator Cultivator at some point. So my opening here is really just take Reedstone foods, though. You had the same choice in your draft. Well, look, you went Ravenous Hunger and had fun. I'm guessing you had a slightly different hand, though, right? I mean, Clay Pipe has to be better here. My Day Laborer action gives me a wood. No, it gives me 2 wood, a clay, and an option on a stone. My Day Laborer action gives me 4 resources. So as long as I take, like, a 3 wood action, Day Laborer just comes with 2 extra food now with Clay Pipe. Like, that's just, I mean, come on. Like, that's got to be the play here.
Collector. First action of the game, Collector. I've seen one or two players try an early Collector strat to like accelerate into room parts and stuff. I think it's pretty bad. I think if you're collecting, you really have to be. I don't think you can make this work, but Zizak looks like a childless player, like pretty clearly. I get my choice of 2 wood or 2 clay. It's just take 2 wood. I just want room parts here. Room parts are my goal. I'd rather take 2 wood than start player, although I do have a lot of cards that are worth playing, so. But this is totally fine. I'm curious if they're going to collect here. If they're just going to use collector. I think it would be wrong, but it'll be interesting. Also, what is Field Watchman doing that they didn't draft Field Fences? Like, Field Watchman had a chance to second pick Field Fences. Like, that's such a good Field Watchman card. It's like, oh, hey, you already have fields and food? Here, let me give you wood and a fence action. Like, they are collecting in stage 1. This is a bold and fun gamble. Straw Thatched Roof incoming? Probably. I didn't see it in the draft, but I don't love me Field Watching. Now, Field Watching's the player is the lowest rated at the table, so we'll see if they screw up. But yeah, I mean, if they have a Straw Thatched Roof and they just sow 3 grain fields, it's pretty good. Pretty damn good. I guess I could try to block their ovens this game potentially with Potter Ceramics, just build both ovens on them. But we'll have to see what resources come my way. I'm not. Potter Ceramics involves me like playing Potter Ceramics, taking clay, building a clay oven. That's fine, but it's quite a few actions to get there. And yeah. Potter Ceramics is really nice if you have any of those cards that give you extra bake actions, but I don't. But if I had extra bake actions with Potter Ceramics, oof, that would have been also very strong. But this is okay. Purple's a little slow here on this decision. But there it is. It's 1 of each building resource, 1 veg, and a cow. I think that's probably a terrible way to use collector. Building resources I just don't think can be strong enough reason to take this beggar. I think you have to be taking the other goods, but Zizak takes Reedstone Food again, is very childless. He's going to take 2 Reed on the wheel. I can just take 3 wood, but also I can just take 4 clay and sheep flipped. And I still do have Potter Ceramics clay oven stuff. I think this is actually just take 4 clay. Firewood Collector, that's fine. Firewood Collector is like fun with Field Watcher, but I actually don't find it that strong. It's just more resource injection, which is like fine, but again, resource injection tends to, in my opinion, benefit the player that's growing the fastest. So that's usually not Field Watching. I will take 4 clay here. I mean, 3 wood is fine. Certainly defensible, but I think I like just taking the 4 clay. Oof, wow, Zizak's gonna wheel 3 wood. That's pretty sweet. It's pretty damn sweet for Zizak here, though. It's a great childless start. Really nice. But oh well. It's okay. I might start player on the wheel instead of taking 2 wood. Seed Seller from Collector. So there's some fight on the grain space, but not really. So Zach, yep, takes the wood. Grain Seed for Field Watching. Renaissance Man round 3. Yeah, that's true. Good call, Gray. Yeah, we have Renaissance Man ready. Yeah. Well, what an exciting opening. Okay, maybe is this just 2 wood or is this start player? Zach is clearly gonna childless build next round. It kind of depends on how long this start player lasts. But I can start player into like. I'm also been very bad about playing my ox. I maybe should have played wood barter there. I definitely have reason to get a lot of these occupations going, but just not actually doing it yet because there's a lot of other things on the board. Gosh, do I want to play Potter Ceramics even at all? Or do I start, do I start player a clay pipe here into 4 wood and then I wheel like 3 wood? Probably. That actually sounds kind of fun. I don't know if I should be doing this. But it appears it's what I'm going to actually do. I guess I'm not guaranteed 4 wood. Collector could take 2 wood here, but it's going to plow. Interesting. Is there going to be a sow fight also? Like, this will be very interesting. I'm taking 4 wood here. See what wheels. Why wouldn't I Potter Ceramics? Well, I probably should have just Potter Ceramics, Tom. You think I should just build the clay oven with Potter Ceramics? It's very reasonable. Oh my god. Well, remember how I thought that start player might last? That was a big joke. What the hell is this? They have no food. Like, what are they start playing? The Ravenous Hunger? What incarnation is this? Reed-headed toad. Okay. Why wouldn't you just take Reedstone Food Purple or anything but that? But whatever. Whatever. There's the childless. Whatever. I'm obviously taking 3 wood on the wheel here. Getting my 2 food. We'll go from there. Being last next round is actually really awkward for my plan too. I shouldn't have done this. It definitely was gambling that purple had no good reason to start player, and apparently they did, although I'm really not convinced purple had a good reason to start player. You like purple's game already? I think purple's game's completely lost. I think purple's just lost, but that's okay. Anyhow, 3 wood comes with 2 food. I think that's hard to pass on here. Maybe we get 3 reed next round in some crazy world, but it seems really unlikely. So we'll see where things go. They need 1 food, and then they do have 1 of everything. It's true. We'll see. We'll see what purple's up to. I obviously don't know. 2 reed is gonna go, so there goes those dreams. They need 1 sheep and boar. Yeah, they can't hold it all. It's a shame. Purple also just needs food really bad, like really bad. So the board. This is, I guess, part of my other problem. The board is just so good with what people are doing in this game. I just don't want to like be playing my ox, but my ox are good. I want to play my occupations eventually, but there's so many good things to be doing. I have fireplace into sheep. I have just taking resources. I have playing ox. I mean, the good thing is like my position is flexible still. I have lots of good things to be doing. Purple's had to start player into 4 food. I think purple, like again, purple played a reed had a toad, took 2 reeds, start like what is purple doing? Like it's not, to me it's not a cohesive game plan. They've done a little of everything. It's like, oh, I've taken a field, I've taken a collector, I've played a seed cell, I played a reed had a toad, I took reed, I took food. Like where is your game going? Are you sewing? Are you building a room? Like what are you building towards? But oh well. But they had to get that reed-headed toad out because surely these reed a million rounds down the road are gonna lead them to glory. Whatever. Welcome to Team Don't Play Cards. Hey, I'll eventually play cards, Nerdcube. I mean, I'm taking Reedstone Food here very quickly, though. Reedstone Food is the best. And then on the wheel, build the fireplace at that point. I don't know. Teal's going to start player for us. Well, we'd love to see that. That's good. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on in this game, but... Oh, again, we're not in that bad of a position. We have food, we have resources, we have flexibility. We'll see where that leads us. With Teal's start player, I could also just Reedstone Food into build and pray to God that growth flips. Wow. Wood field for Field Watchman is like fun, but he's gonna eat 3 raw grain this harvest. That seems dubious. But whatever. Um, yeah, a lot of options here. I also have the option of playing Wood Barterer and then hoping to first pick 2 reed next round and just double building. I'm pretty on board with team double build this game because I have an insane amount of building resources. So double building should be pretty strong for me. Would be hilarious if purple sow blocks. Yeah, this is where you struggle with revised. Normally you prioritize setting up feeding, but there's often such little food pressure. Yeah, I agree, Gray. That's also my trouble in revised too, right? Like you want to like food pressure people. What the hell? I can't even build my fireplace. Like what is this? What is purple up to? Oh my god, team. Like what? What are they majoring? What are they? Oh my god. Whatever. Brook. They need to get Brook out, of course. Brook. Okay. All right. You know what might have worked better for purple if they took 3 food last round and start player Brook instead of the dumb reed-headed toad. But oh well. Plowman coming down for Zizak. God, the board is going to be Jack next round. Childless taking Veggie. Oh yeah, that's a carrot museum. That looks like a carrot museum coming in. The board is just going to be jacked again next round. Like, I might just build a room here and not even get my Wood Barterer down, which is sad. But, like, do I need Wood Barterer when the board is crazy. There's going to be 6 wood, 6 clay, 4 wood, 5 clay. Like, there's going to be build the fireplace still for somebody into a big sheep pile. I can build room in 2 stables here. Yeah, I'm going to build room in 2 stables. I have a million resources coming in this game. I can get around to building rooms later. I can take a big stack at the start of next round and just take the sheep, or I could just build the fireplace, because I'm assuming I get the 6 clay. I assume Field Watch and take 6 wood. We'll see. I don't I don't know for sure. But again, I have some food, I have some flexibility. I we'll see where it goes. And if growth flips, all the better. I just grow. You feel like with Childless Carrot Museum, you should probably just choose to not grow until 8. Yeah, that's true too. Just getting the vegetables means that you kind of just don't want to grow. That's actually a strong point too. It is not grow, so we don't hit the nuts, but that makes sense. I have not hit a growth flip when I just like am in position in round 5 and forever. Like, but that's okay. I don't really want like I kind of want to just take resource stacks here. People have not been interacting with the board for too long, in my opinion. So, like, taking resources, building hearth, getting the sheep grab, like, that's fine. That's going to be very good for my game still. It's going to be a little sad building the hearth here because my clay pipe would trigger if I take a different action. But I think trying to min-max clay pipe right now is a mistake compared to the other things I could be doing. And purple probably desperately wants like a hearth or something. Wow, Field Watchman's re-upping start must have the straw thatched roof. God damn, they do. Well, that's gross. Yeah, I mean, at least they ate all their food. I mean, they have big food problems actually with the way they played. So hopefully that's enough to kill them. But also they're protecting my own growth. I'm growing first. Well, I'm not necessarily growing. Well, I should grow first, right? Who's gonna sweep the sheep on me? Nobody's really in position to sweep the sheep on me, but besides Zach, and even then, that seems kind of wild for him to do. Bricklayer. Okay, that looks like a reno to building clay rooms plan for purple. Maybe even has a clay supports first pick. We'll see. Purple's beggar just looks really like there again. This round 1 collector I don't think is a good plan. Like it's not accelerated their game in any which way. Zizak just taking good actions, Reedstone food. He's still been taking veggies, which although Zizak did get clay blocked, so that makes Carrot Museum. I mean, he has time for Carrot Museum, but yeah, looks very Carrot Museum. It is late growth, so that's also really good for the childless. This is okay for me. I mean, I'm getting first growth, but I'm against a Field Watchman in late growth, a Field Watchman straw thatch roof in late growth. I'm against a childless, probably carrot museum in late growth. I don't have efficiency. I had a hand that said grow a lot and then have a really good efficient fourth action. Um, but whatever. We protect our growth here and assume nobody's going to sheep sweep. And this is where I play rammed clay. I guess I could play Potter Ceramics here and just threaded the clay oven faster. No, yeah, that makes more sense. Sure. Potter Ceramics now. We still have clay oven in our hand if we want it. And then I'll just grow with rammed clay. We take the sheep on the wheel, obviously. At least we grow first, have breeding sheep, strong feeding, and we can then start to rush out our ox. Although, again, how much do I need to play tiller, cultivator, excavator? I don't even know. No way purple is in clay ovening. Well, they went fireplace. So, I mean, you're correct that they definitely should clay oven with seed cellar. That's a very strong point that you had. But they apparently think they're going to get the sheep or something. I don't know. You were wrong, but this is where BGA ratings sometimes baffle me. Like, I mean, on some level, people are experimenting still, right? People are in experimental moods. They're gonna experiment, but like, what are some of these players doing? Like, how is Teal feeding? How is like what? I don't. What is Purple up to? I can't explain a lot of the game, to be honest. But hey, I got a huge sheep grab. I'm growing first. Those fundamentals don't seem too awful, but uh, the problem is Zach has a childless plowman going. Again, I think the real issue is these guys have crazy efficiency for late growth, and I don't. So could be an issue. You think having a plan is an advantage over players who don't have a plan, even if the plan is maybe not that great? Field Watch and Farm looks done. I mean, Field Watch. I mean, the thing is, Field Watch and still is like Field Watch and Straw Thatch Roof is just a dumb combo, and Firewood Collector Woodfield. I mean, there's so much resource injection still. This game has an insane number of resources. Now it's Clay Oven from Larsu, I'm guessing, in order to feed. So I mean, the other thing is Field Watchman is getting close to Hearth blocked and Oven blocked. Oh, it's just upgrade to the Hearth for Larsu. Okay, I mean that's fine. Or are they outright building the hearth? No, they are returning. Okay. But the hearths are blocked. I can build the clay oven. So, I mean, Field Watchman is actually going to have a very hard time feeding with their grain. So, actually, I don't think they're that. I don't think Field Watchman is in that good of a spot. With the hearths gone, Zach's feeding long term is also like going to get a little trickier. Again, I don't know if it's possibly enough to actually cause problems, but we'll see. Anyhow, it's an obvious grow here, and I think it's pretty obvious just rammed clay. It's fine. Remember when you were top 8 in Arena? BJ might have some fun ratings quirks. Yeah, I mean, that's true too. I mean, it just takes some time. Wow, the clay goes. This is really fun for me. I assume Zach does have a carrot museum, and the clay pressure this game is also really high. Part of how I can try to win is to keep up the clay pressure for a while. Other people not having clay means they can't renovate and they can't feed. Granary for Zach is quite nice, so that might be why he's been taking only vegetables. Maybe it's not Carrot Museum, maybe it's just Granary, but 2 clay block would be insanely dirty. Yeah, I mean, I assume he's trying to wheel 2 clay here, right, for Carrot Museum. Like, he's really the only opponent I'm actually afraid of long term, I think. But am I for sure reading Carrot Museum? The Granary slightly throws me off now. Is it possible that he's just childlessing veggies because he has a Granary? Or is it he's been childling veggies because he has a Carrot Museum and he has a Granary? I did not see Granary in the draft, so it, like, I mean, his first 2 picks can be Granary, Carrot Museum, but do I really take 2 clay here? Like, fully expecting that it's that? Or do I just take 4 wood? Or is there even a point in taking 4 wood? Purple has to feed. Teal has to feed. It might be time to Ock. Yeah, it might be time to finally free Ock. Because I think it's going to, like, I think this is food and food. And I do think this is probably just 2 clay. Am I afraid of? Am I even afraid of Carrot Museum here? He has no fields for Carrot Museum, so all he's going to do is add 1,000,000 wood to the game, and the game already has 1,000,000 wood. I'm going to go... I'm going to go that I should just play my ox. Let's just get the tiller going, at least. Crosscut wood is also the draft. Yep, good call. There's so much wood. There is going to be infinite wood. There's so many resources, honestly. My excavator is going to add a ton. I'm honestly not sure I'm playing cultivator. I really don't know if I should play cultivator anymore. I'm going to play excavator because getting a wood, clay, and stone while I day labor is going to be very good for me. But I don't know if there's any point in... I don't even know if there's a point in wood barter anymore either. Yeah, I think wood barter is just too late also, probably. Like, there's so much wood. I don't really need that. I don't really think I need food. But that's always a bold call. But, I mean, clay pipe, day laborer, breeding sheep, like, my food's pretty damn good. Wood barter seems out. I mean, cultivator has to still be solid, but really the question is, like, what timing and when am I going to drop cultivator? But maybe, well, especially with writing desk. Once I get writing desk out, it becomes a lot more reasonable. It was 2 clay. Oof. I should have snapped the 2. I should have stolen the 2 clay. I should have just done it. It would have been fun. It would have been so fun. But again, is the Carrot Museum that frightening? It probably is pretty frightening, but maybe it's not. Oh, he has plowman too. I said he had no fields, but he does have some fields coming in. Meh. Oh well. Again, he's gonna spend clay on that though too. Like, there is clay pressure in the game. The feeding will really be catching up to some of these players. Wow, is Field Watcher just eating raw grain again? That's gonna be rough long term for them, but okay. What did Purple do, by the way? Purple, how does Purple actually have food again? I was not paying attention. Wait a sec. Did Purple, Purple collected their way to a bunch of food. Okay, well, that's underwhelming. Yeah, they collected and cooked. That's how they have a ton of food. That's fine. That's it's just not very strong. I obviously am just snapping off 6 wood at the start of this round. Well, actually, do I snap 6 wood off? I have to snap 6 wood off, I guess, but is there a chance 3 stone is better? But no, I take 6 wood. No, I take 6 wood. It's a late growth game. 3 stone's not going to be important enough for me. I take 6 wood. This is Carrot Museum. Yep. He did have it. He had the Carrot Museum. We should have taken the 2 clay just to deny it. It would have been so fun. I do have excavator. I have excavator for stone. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Yeah, I do have excavator for stone. There's gonna be so much stone in the game too because of excavator. I'm adding so many resources to the game. I almost guaranteedly want a joinery this game. I probably want a pottery. Well, maybe not pottery. There might be too much clay pressure even with excavator. Oof, the 2 reed going is a bummer. The one hardest thing about excavating is you don't get reed. And I thought with the straw thatched roof and stuff there wouldn't be much reed pressure, but Zach also took a 3 reed I wasn't sure about. And I did not anticipate Purple taking even more reed. I mean, this almost has to be an eventual clay supports and rooms, but like it's so, or it's just, oh no, it's 3 clay rooms. He has 3 clay rooms now. It's so slow, like, but oh well. I think this is just excavator day labor then. I mean, their 3 stone I guess came back. I could also do that. Huh. Just 3 stone into the well. That's not really that efficient. The lack of reed is actually a big problem for me. That is actually really going to slow me down. I could just take reedstone food. But I probably got to get these ox going. Just excavator here. Excavate day labor. Sure. Then next round I open 4 stone or something stupid, or I open 4 clay actually. I want to keep the clay pressure going, right? Sure. The food is also building up because Teal's just been eating raw grain. Teal's feeding is so bad. They're gonna grow and then take food, I guess. Sure. Let's just get the excavator out. I don't actually know if this is right, but it can't be that wrong. I'm setting up a crazy button, which should be pretty good pretty fast, but the board is still, like, good. These are going to be 3 rooms finally. I guess, is there a chance I'm just not supposed to build more rooms, or I'm supposed to build late rooms this game? I'm supposed to, like, fence first? We'll see. I'm going to plow these spaces, and then I'm going to fence tight and have stables. Oh, but no, but then, yeah, what am I doing with the rest of the board? I still feel like I'm dreaming a bunch of rooms though, right? Like I think I'm just plowing these guys and fencing here. I guess I could plow these and fence here. But I have 5 easy fields. I guess I could always plow a few more times. I have so many fields also. I am paying for a stone. Paying for a stone is I have food. I may as well pay for these things. Here I probably do open the stone stack. I don't even really need it, but... Or do I just open the clay? Do I just be a clay bully? Zach also has insane resources. I mean... How do I win the game? This is the kind of situation that makes brushwood good? Yeah, brushwood would be very good. We apparently do underweight brushwood. There is so much wood in the game, and the reed does still just dry up. Although, people overbuild rooms still, too, right? Like, that's part of the problem, I think. Like, a lot of these players just overbuild rooms, but to be fair, I do think, again, like, we're too used to original where 3-room games and stuff can work more, but there's so many resources in this game. Can I win this game on 3 rooms? That's my biggest question, I think. Like, is this a game where I win on 3 rooms by just... Like, does that work? It might, but it might not. I mean, just look at the resources everybody has. Yeah, it's just, like, crazy. Yeah, so how do I win? I take 4 stone and just try to build all the point ceiling. I build all the ovens. But building majors is so slow. Majors is so slow. Right? That's the biggest issue, but also... I have excavator giving me so much stone. Stone has to be a distraction. I'm taking the thing that's just... I'll try to clay pressure. Clay pressure prevents people from renovating. It prevents people from feeding. Bookshelf for purple. That's nice. Again, I think purple's just growing too late, though. Like, I just can't see this working. They've taken 2 beggars. They're growing last, and they have no resources. They have 5 rooms. Congrats. But it's just too slow, surely. The animals are also looking really good here. But again, like I just don't even need that stuff. 4 stone for Zach is, yeah, understandable. I probably just build a major here and then day labor. So the question is, what major do I actually want the most? Like, do I just build the well? It's probably the correct answer. If there's a ton of stone that I'm going to inject into the game, just build the well, right? Sure. Let's just build the well for now. Build the well and day labor is fine. We're not getting growth with room till round 12. Well, that's not quite true, right? I mean, Teal's going to start player for the next growth, or probably should. Um, and so if Teal's going to start player for the next round, I mean, it comes. I guess it comes if Zach is actually building here, and then he's going to start player for the room. If Zach's building a room, though, I guess I am just going to do a 3-room game, right? Like, oh wait, Teal didn't take the boar, or purple didn't take the boar. There's going to be a 3-boar action if I fence. Oh, awkward. I guess I could just take the 3-boar action and replace my sheep. Yeah. I am paying for excavator. It's going to trigger clay pipe also, or it should trigger clay pipe. I guess we'll watch to make sure it does, but I should have clay pipe coming. If Teal starts for the next growth, he grows at 11. That's what you mean? Oh god, yeah, you're right. It's late growth. Yeah, why am I don't even want to fight for growth in late growth, right? This is fine. I'll be efficient enough with this stuff, right? It should be fine. Zach is going to just build another room and fight for the growth anyhow. Yeah, this is misery. These players are okay, whatever. I'll do other things. I'll try to zag. Like if we're building rooms, I get there's a million resources, but I'll try to build a bunch of ceiling and I'll just take late growth. Like right? Like I should be able to get growth without pretty easily if this is going to happen. I mean, Field Watch might also just build a 5th room with their stuff. Yeah, that's what I'll attempt. I'll attempt to just get away with late growths, and that's fine. That'll be fine. I want like I can do a lot of stuff with this position still. I think. It does mean that I'm probably plowing. If I'm gonna go 3 rooms, I guess I just plow these guys and then fence these, right? Like that's what I should be doing. I should go 6 and 6. And just accept that the read cost on the rooms is too punitive, and I'm not going to grow into them till stupidly late. And so instead, I should be trying to get the animals are insane. Fencing this round is absolute insanity. I mean, purple's going to take the animals to feed probably, but I'm guessing a pair of cows is going to be on the board next round. So like, I should probably just fence here. Although I probably take a stack and then fence. Although Zizak might fence. Zizak's going to fence, right? So that's why Zizak didn't build. Zizak also realized that there's probably not a point in fighting the growth queue here. I missed that Zizak decided not to build. We'll see what happens here. I mean, fencing looks very strong, so I probably should just do it. Purple is paying for adoptive. I mean, purple's gonna snag an animal stack for feeding. Kind of sucks. I mean, I have this field fences too, and I just don't really like. I guess I could use it. I could still pay 2 food for 2 fence pieces, but it's not that great. So Zach does just take the wood. Teal presumably starts then? No, Teal's gonna fence. Wow, okay. I really don't like that move from Teal. I mean, starting for the growth is gross, and I guess he already fenced in, so I guess what else do you do here? You do just fence 11. But I don't think he's getting any of the animals back right at the moment then. I'm just gonna switch to boar. I'll eat all my sheep. Gosh, I barely need to do this. My food's so good. Yeah, this is the other problem with Revice. There's just so much food, even with all this. How is there so much food? Childless added food? Oh, the collector added a bunch of food too for beggars. That's unfortunate. Start field fences? I debated that, but I'm never getting the animals back here now. Like, purple eats an animal stack, field watcher eats the other. So, I think I just save field fences for later. Like, start player field fences next round in order to hope to get grow. That might be a play. God, do I even have time for these boar, though? Like, I kind of want to take them just because I got to take 3 boar. 3 boar is an insane action, right? But, God, I barely have time for it. I have so much food. If only I had a grocer. This hand with a grocer, now I'm somewhere. Grocer would be great. Grocer would totally be doing things for me. But, oh well. How does wood barterer work with field fences, by the way? Oh, it does work. You take a build fences action whenever you get a build fences. Oh, I also forgot I had wood barterer. Wood barterer could have actually been a way to get read this game, but you think taking boar is good? SP field fences and get cow next round. Oh, next action. I steal the cows by start playing. That's reasonable. It says an action space. Does it? Each time before you use you use an action space. You're right, Econ shot. It would not combo. I take a build fences action, not the space. Okay. Barter for read. Yeah, barter for read might have actually been okay this game, but also probably not, right? Again, the growth queue is an absolute mess. Like purple did take the sheep and should. Purple not taking the sheep here is like really obnoxious. If they don't, they need so much food. I think, in my opinion, it's insane for them. I think not to take the 4 sheep. Like they paid for adoptive. I guess they could just start play. Okay, they are taking them. Like I think they have to take the sheep, but whatever. What am I doing on the wheel? 4 wood is fine, but otherwise just day labor. I probably just day labor. I also do eventually need to read. That 2 read action is fine. Renovating into some majors is still part of the game plan. Like, I want pottery and recycled brick might be okay. Just joinery, otherwise this game has to be good. Zach's gonna build the joinery here. Yep. Okay. Well, there goes that dream, but that's fine. Good move by Zach. There's so much wood. It's a good read. Teal's playing an occupation. Again, has no food. Teal has a market crier. Wow. If Teal's gonna feed me a grain off market crier, incredible. Absolutely incredible. Also, just very, very wrong in my opinion. But I will gladly accept. Yeah, it'd be incredible. Sign me up. Sign me up. I don't even really know I'm taking 4 wood. No, there's so much wood in the game. So much wood. Nobody cares. Nobody. I mean, purple needs the wood. Purple does need the wood, but like Field Watchman is like done with wood. Like, just done. He's gonna add more wood still. Whatever. We'll see. We'll see. Start player for the cows does seem very viable here. Start player field fences, take the cows. It's fine. I can keep day laboring later, getting my farm done. If Field Watcher is going to throw off grain to me, that would be incredible. Be very nice of him. What am I doing with all this wood? The wood is going to be fences. The clay is hopefully a pottery, and maybe is a clay room still, actually. Yeah. I'm thinking I'm going to build a clay room at this point, the more I'm thinking on it. I mean, I'm going to want the 3 read next round to do that. It might be a very late clay room, but I think I'm going to have the time to build stables again this game. Build 2 more stables, and then as long as I'm doing that, build a clay room. Use the extra wood for, stables and the room. Maybe. Otherwise, I'm just going to have extra resources. There's just too many resources and not enough to use it all on. I definitely think I want the pottery. Even though there's not that much clay for others, there's a ton of clay for me. Yeah, there's not enough clay that people are taking 3 clay, so I approve of that. Teal actually has to start player here to grow next. I also forgot about that. Does Teal even take the cows? Teal's gonna start player, but is he even taking the cows? But it's a slight bummer. Wow, stone clearing. God, there's also a million stone. Maybe I do just need to go play Agricola. Games like this of Revised just drive me nuts. Like, there's too many resources in Revised. Like, this is just dumb. There's no tightness in the game whatsoever. Oh, there's too much of everything. Okay. Options here. I take 2 read. Not crazy. I day labor. Also not crazy. I can't fence anymore, so that dream died, and I'm just not getting the pair of cows, and oh well, we move on. Yeah, just day labor. Just day labor and take 3 reed. 3 reed's really significantly better for me. I need reed for Reno, and I think I am going to go for the clay room. So let's just day labor. It's an incredible action. We've set it up. Let's use it. I also took 4 wood, so it's going to trigger clay pipe again. Not that I need the food from clay pipe here. I'm living. I have an insane amount of food. But again, that's part of the problem. Like, I have crazy food, but is food pressure actually slowing red and teal down? I don't know the answer. Also, I mean, I know I haven't blocked ovens yet. Blocking Field Watchman's ovens maybe was still a way to eventually slow him down. But whatever. Teal is going to take the cows instead of growing. So, okay, fine. I will just take 3 reed then. 3 reed opens up Reno pottery. Build room and stables, stuff like that. I have nasty carriage trip things to do still at some point this game. Not that that's gonna do me a ton yet, but purple still has very little wood, but does have a lot of actions, and again, there's a ton of wood in the game. So much wood in the game. I forgot Carrot Museum was adding more still. Purple might still just be double building. Purple or red. Red has so much wood himself. Red doesn't have food. Again, that's the one upshot here. Red never did get food sorted. Red, yeah, we'll see what happens. Again, I think my next action might be just Reno pottery though. Just making sure to get majors sorted is great. I could take the clay oven otherwise. Maybe that's what Zach's building here. Zach might be building clay oven. Nah, just fireplace. Okay, it's fine. Probably just eating the veg. I'm not sure, but the fact that Zach's going fireplace and nobody has clay still, delight. Field Watchman is trying to rapidly. Okay, so Field Watchman wants the oven. So do I renovate clay oven because I have Potter ceramics out and it's just even more food? I just don't need the food. Am I worried about Purple's game if they get clay oven? If I let Purple have clay oven, what is anybody renovating again? Yes, I care about Purple. I care about the clay oven. Do I care? Just Reno field fences. It might get you more cryer grain. He has to eat all of his grain. That's true. The thing I just realized though is he can't even build clay oven here, right? Clay oven's blocked. So like, also just to teach a lesson. I mean, I definitely think I'm supposed to renovate anyhow. And I think I'm supposed to be building majors. I get your understanding of wanting to get field fences out, but the majors are really important to me. A ton of stone is getting added to the game still. And I think this is like a lot of ceiling for me still. Although if I'm building a clay room, pottery is not that incredible. It's still good though. It still gives me an excuse to clay block people too. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. I can build a room and 2 stables here. I'm pretty content with that. Build room and 2 stables, I think, is a pretty good line. Build a room and 2 stables is great. I mean, Field Watcher will grow in front of me, so like I don't actually know what I'm gonna grow into the room, but also like I have the resources for it. Stockman from Zazak. Okay, well that's fun. Even more animals into the game, just what we all needed. But yeah, I think I'm building. I think I build a room and 2 stables here, though. I think it's just what I'm doing. Field watching is probably. Yep, he's throwing a solid grade anyhow. Glorious, absolutely glorious. That's huge for me. I mean, he really is gonna have to just eat a ton of raw crops again. It's just very slow, Like, and then he'll get a stone oven, and fine, good for him. Then he still needs more clay to reno. I just actually don't know if it's this strong. Um, yeah, build a room and 2 stables here. I think that's what I'm doing. I think room and 2 stables is still good for me. Especially if growth doesn't flip. I could do nasty grow. I actually don't want grow to flip. I want teal to grow. I start player field fences, and then I wish for children carriage trip double grow in round 13. That'd be pretty awesome, actually. Yeah, that'd be a really cool sequence, I think. I guess field fence isn't even that good at the moment. My resources actually got a little light for a second here. Meh, it's still fine. I can still field fence here. Zach is planting some crops. That makes sense. Zach has, there was a sleeping quarter in the draft. Zach must have this. I'm guessing Zach has the sleeping quarter. Which, if there's a sleeping quarter in the draft, I guess if grow flips, I'm growing next round anyhow. Teal grows, or like I get grow next round anyhow. Yeah, I presumably get to grow. So I don't know. I mean, things have to be pretty good, right? I still have a well, a pottery, a 4-room stone house. Possibly I'll get to a stone house. I'm gonna have max fields. I have max stables. I should have max pastures. My crops are rough. That's one issue. My crops are very rough, but getting that free grain action is a blessing. If I get another free grain action, by the way, really good. Like, huge help. There's a ton of stone in the game now because of teal. Oh, I also can eventually play recycled brick. Oh, I need one more ock. That's awkward. But recycled brick is actually really good for pottery. I forgot about this. This is a ton of extra clay this game still, right? There's people are renovating to stone. There's a lot of stone. Yeah, if I can get recycled brick played, this maxing the pottery is trivial, but is there actually an occupation I still want to play? I guess fodder planter. Maybe I should get fodder planter played. Fodder planter gets me a couple of sows, and it lets me harvest in round 14 and re-sow, which is actually going to be pretty slick for me. Yeah, playing fodder planter is probably worth it. So I play fodder planter, open up recycled brick. God, that's a lot to play still, because I still want to play field fences. And then do I want to engage in carriage trip obnoxiousness? Probably. Maybe not. Passing carriage trip is always dangerous too, right? Confirm and cook a sheep. Wait, where did the sheep come from? Okay, it's just a phantom warning. There's no sheep. Plow sow flips. So I don't really want plow sow. Doesn't really matter for me. It's incredible for purple. God, I'm gonna pass the absolute beauty of a plow sow right into purple's face. But purple sells those 2 beggars and just doesn't feel like they're. I don't think it matters. Hey, Loki, none of that. Nope, none of that. Hey, stop it. Okay, I have 11 fence pieces if I start player. Loki, no. Bad. Stop it. Stop. I may as well start player field fences. I may as well start player field fences and do the double grow thing next round, right? Double grow next round is very good for my point ceiling. It might very well make me last because purple might carriage trip, but it might just be okay for my game, so. And then I just fence 13 here. Fencing 13 means I can fence block somebody later in the game too. That's not the worst case scenario. Potter Ceramics is your favorite card. That's fair. Potter Ceramics is really fun. I think I'm gonna save a wood. Wait, no, saving a wood is dumb. I'm gonna get wood off excavator anyhow, right? Yeah, I'm getting wood off excavator anyhow for writing desk, and the rest of wood is worthless to me. Yeah. Wood does nothing for me anymore. Yeah, this is good. I mean, I still have 3 pastures this way, and I'm not gonna run out of animal capacity. 2 sheep on the wheel is good. Vegetable is good. Day labor last action this round is very good. I don't actually know if I have time for recycled brick. Fodder planter plus recycled brick might just be more actions that I have. Zizak does have a sleeping corner, but I don't know why he's majoring it here. I guess it blocks Field Watchman from... No, Field Watchman is actually taking the boar. Okay. I mean, Field Watchman's getting animals, but God, his food still sucks. I take the sheep. I mean, that's a 3-point action. Like, I just am not going to be sad about that. And then just day labor has to be good. And then, yeah, I think just double grow next round, right? I mean, just double grow has to be good. Grow with carriage trip normally into family growth without room. Double grow, I'm going to max my field still. Maybe I still play fodder planter as my last action next round. Oh, if I'm playing fodder planter, maybe I should take a veg. Zizak built a room in stables. Oh, that's why he got the sleeping corner out. He's also going to grow this round. Okay, that's fine. Fodder planter sounds really good, actually. I agree. The only thing is I might not max fields if I do that, because my actions would be play fodder planter here. I'm going to double grow. And then I'm going to play fodder planter next round. So veg, fodder planter, double grow is the rest of my stage. And then I'll have 5 actions at the end of the game. 1 will be day laborer to get this field. 1 of them's going to be cow or game catcher to get the cow. 1 of them is going to just try to be plow then. I guess there's very little plow pressure, right? I probably can plow and day labor in the final round. I'm not going to renovate to stone that way. I'm not going to have enough actions to reno to stone this game. But, you know, the reno queue is kind of gross. It's actually, like, really gross, right? The reno queue is pretty awful. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 renos wanted. There's 4 remaining. Meh, okay. And I mean, purple's going to get 1 of them. And I still think I don't really care about purple's game. Oh, somebody has Mason still, by the way. Zizak is the Mason? Zizak has a 7th pick Mason? Could be. He's gonna have some issues too. God, do I even do this double grow next round? I might. Oh, wow, I got another veg though. Wait a sec. I got another grain. I missed that. God, I threw another grain from field watching. If I have another grain, am I just trying for a regular sow action and then fodder planter is my backup plan instead? Nah, let's try fodder planter. Let's try the fodder planter line. Fodder planter does just have to be better, right? Like it's a really cool line. Fodder planter helps me nearly max crops. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm gonna get nearly max. Well, I can't actually max crops, right? Econ Sean. Near max. Yeah, I'm gonna be short 1 veg. I'd be short 1 veg, but master bricklayer seems really bad, right? Oh well, there's ovens. Meh. Okay. Wait, nobody renoed that round? Okay. Nobody renovating that round is incredibly good for me. Who cares if I'm not renovating to stone? The reno queue is a forking nightmare. I just double grow. Just double grow. That's totally good here. I'm again, I might go last. Purple very reasonably carriage trips and puts me last now, but I don't care. This game still looks pretty damn good for me then. Like, we'll see. I mean, Field Watchman's food still just sucks. He has no food. Like, that seems awful for Teal in these last 2 rounds. I mean, I guess Teal has to just stone oven, but then, yeah, their Reno tempo and stuff is bad. Red's Reno tempo is very bad. Red's probably taking 4 clay here, right? Like, Red's round is 4 clay, try to get Red Fence. Just star player for Red Fence? I don't even know. Nobody even wants... Plow So is also there, and it's good, but... No, Red's gonna star player. Okay, I'm not last. That's welcome. I like being not last. I don't think it matters a ton here. This almost has to be start player in for Reno, right? Red Fences. That's my guess. I think this is start for Red Fences. That looks very good for Red. Crosscut wood. Okay, fine. Even more wood in the game is whatever. I'm the first to 5 with all that building. Yeah, I mean, it was late growth. But yeah, it is true. I did get the first to 5. Okay. Wow. Zizak really needs this 3 clay, but I mean, clay is not the important... Wait, Plow So is here. Wait a sec, everybody. Is Fodder Planner better than Plow So? No. No, it's not. Fodder Planner was a very fun plan, but Cultivation Wield. This just has to be better. I might get Cultivation again next round. Sorry, Fodder Planner. I thought we were going to be bros, but it turns out, nope. Nope. Oh, 2 cows also wield. Wait a sec. Oh my god. No, I just got to do this. But yikes, the board is good. What favor am I taking on Reno? Reno Temple. Yeah, I said Reno Temple. Yeah. This is only better if I'm short the actions to plow again. Really? Fodder Planner still maths out as better? Interesting. Whatever. I'm not. I don't think I don't think I could be too sad about this, but my pottery is pretty bad this way. That part's true. I'm not, unless I somehow plan Ock and get recycled brick played. I guess Game Catcher and recycled brick might be a thing next round. Purple Fences, which makes enough sense. Purple's gonna get Reno screwed though. Purple's getting Reno blocked, right? Yeah, Field Watchman gets to double Reno now. Field Watchman is 100% building the stone oven here. So he is going to bail himself out, at least with Reno Stone Oven, but his crops are a bit iffy still. But you mean it's 4 spaces sown, 5 if I get the breeding pair of cows? Yeah, the cows don't come. Although I still had time to get breeding cows next round, I guess. If I played Fodder Planner there, I could have Game Catchered plus take a cow next round. Anyhow, Field Watch and snaps off this red clay oven instead of stone oven. Oh, because now he can still red next round now this way. Yeah, okay. Clay oven makes enough sense. Yes, I think it's opening red. Is there a conservator still? Conservator for Zach? I might get Plowso again next round though. It looks like, right? I think I'm just getting cultivation. Unless Field Watchman cultivates, but I think it has to go double Reno, so they screw purple out of Reno. I get cultivation again next round. And then my round is gonna be, I'm gonna miss the stone Renos, so yeah, so my pottery sucks actually. That's just what it's coming down to. There's gonna be no clay. So pottery, not great, but oh well. But I'm gonna have nearly maxed crops, max fields, nearly max pastures, max stables, good animals, clay house, some ceiling. It's going to be pretty good, and 5 family members, but I mean, other players have a lot too. Mostly red, right? Red's going to get pretty close to me, especially if they have conservator. Yeah, I mean, red can still grow this round. But then maybe fields become an issue for red with this line. They have to grow this round and conservator. And then if I take cultivation, well, they'll still get one more field. Purple blocked off their ability to plow again. Yeah, there's actually very little plow pressure. Maybe apparently I should have still fenced tight or smaller. I should have left myself the ability to just get even more fields, but oh well. My food is finally a slight issue. Plowman. Oh, red also has a plowman left. Good call. Yeah, okay. Red's gonna max fields still. So red's also gonna max fields, basically max crops, max stables, max pastures. They might get to a stone house instead. They're gonna be at 5 family members. Yeah, red's probably just beating me. I have similar animal points. Yeah, there's very little advantage I have over red. Red's offboard points are gonna be even better with joinery probably. Yeah. Red does take clay, though. So actually, maybe it's not a stone house. It might not be conservator. Field Watchman is going to rend to the stone oven next round. That's gross. Field Watchman getting both the ovens still is pretty gross. Especially after Market crying them away. No, purple should stone oven here. Purple realizes they got Reno screwed. Builds the stone oven with Master Bricklayer. Yeah, there we go. Good. Okay, good. That's important. Field Watcher getting the stone oven would be gross. Field Watcher could get so bake blocked, but who's gonna do it? Probably nobody. Yeah, Teal's saying their stone oven. Am I even afraid of Teal? I shouldn't even be afraid of. I shouldn't be afraid of Field Watchman's game though, right? There's no actual threat here from Field Watchman's game, right? They're not actually competitive. It's just scary because Field Watchman scares me, but they never sorted their feeding out efficiently earlier. Their crops suck. Well, they sow here. Okay, so their crops aren't going to suck. Their crops are still good, but they're missing 3 stables compared to me. They're missing some offboard points. They're going to be at stone. They might get to 5 family members too. Everybody might get to 5, so that might not be any advantage for me. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I admit, I also don't know what I'm doing for points in the final round yet. That is a little awkward here. Like, I don't have a lot to do for points. I'm gonna plow sow, and then I can take a cow, play game catcher, take a veg. Like, there's some 1-point moves. I don't even have a wood left for writing desk. Otherwise, I could try to fit that in. But like I wound up I'm not day laboring more. I never really used this day labor combo. I mean again, this was also like this was the worst growth flip for me. My game is just much better in early growth. I have a lot of advantages in early growth. And both of my main opponents definitely wanted late growth. Purple's game I don't think is any better with early growth either. Purple was so slow on building their rooms. If grow flips in 5, I have such a good game. My feeding's easy. I have an incredible final action. I think I get to accelerate. I think I grow before purple ever. Like, I think I grow to 4 before purple grows to 3. But, hey, that's whatever. You know, that's not where we're at. Teal's just sad about their oven stuff. Pottery. I can't really get points from pottery in the final round. There's, like, very little way for me to score pottery, but maybe. But there's, like, no clay left. That's the other, like, bummer here. The way I've played / the way the game broke, there's not much there. You mean eating for food? Oh, I could have ate a pottery food there. That's true. Maybe I'm supposed to, but I have a boar to eat. I guess I still have a pottery food. I guess food is points this next round. I could look into that, but anyhow, red reno fences makes sense. Teal or purple have to reno next. I mean, teal is gonna reno, right? Yeah, teal, no. Loki, come here. Come here, buddy. Purple has one more pasture point than me also. That's... Yeah, or not purple, but red. I mean, red's probably winning this game, and I'm probably going to be second, is my guess. Seems the most likely, I think. Also, it turns out that fodder planter might still be points because the veg is going to clear off in time now because of what I did. Crosscut wood for Field Watchman here. That's gross. Crosscut wood allows him to stable. Crosscut wood, everybody. Dumb card. dumb card. It's not just crosscut wood. There's just too many resources in revised. Too many resources. Anyhow, this Plauceau has to be good. The cow is also quite good, but I have a cow on game catcher, so. Oh, game catcher also gives me an extra boar for points or a boar for food. It's very possible some of the boar are food, but. But anyhow, yeah, I've maxed grain, so veg is a point. Fodder or not fodder planter, but game catcher is definitely worth playing. How do we block Zizak from scoring points? There's very little ways to stop Zizak from scoring points. I guess So Bake, but for me to block So Bake, I have to eat a grain. So hopefully Field Watch when So Bakes here. Yeah, Teal So Baking has to be the play, right? Teal should be So Baking here very quickly. That's how they feed. Teal should So Bake, and that's at least something. Although, wait, Red doesn't even care about So Bake. It's a 1-point move. What am I talking about? I'd be baking a clay. Oh, I would be baking a clay, actually. I would So Bake. So Bake, it feeds me. Yeah, I can bake a clay. That's fun. Potter ceramics. Yeah, okay, that's actually totally fine. But also, I realize So Bake doesn't even block Red that much, right? I mean, it gives them, well, no, it gives them a lot of food. Red's food is very bad still. But So Bake's getting taken anyhow, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Do I even want the cow off the board? Is that better than just playing game catcher? Do I care? Who else gets the cow? Not really. It's really about red. It's just blocking red from any points that I can. Or am I still worried about field watching now at this point? Field watching's game's annoying as well. But purple should take the sheep. So there's really no ways to block Field Watching's game. How do I score points myself then? Yeah, I mean, a fence action, that's bad. A veg action is a point. I mean, just take the cow. I can still play Game Catcher. Game Catcher's still a point after I hit cow? Yeah, I think it has to be just take cow. And then Game Catcher can still be played because I have a million actions and not a lot to be doing with them. A little bit of food and a little bit of points is really what we're after. Sheep do go here. Scores are going to be pretty damn good. The fact that Teal's in a stone house and Teal is going to still grow to 5 is probably an issue. Teal has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off-board points. I have 7 off-board points. I'm +2, but the house is worse. Yeah, I mean, Teal is still going to be annoyingly close to me. Teal might even beat me. I mean, they're missing a sheep, I guess. Bah, we'll see. But Teal's going to be very close. My score is all right, but not amazing. Nothing went. I mean, again, nothing outside of just getting growth and early breeding sheep was good. But yeah, it's so hard to win with just the best food in revised because there's just so much food, and then there's just so many resources. Even though I had a really cool combo, my combos are all about growing quickly, and then I've never even fully set them up. But I only plowed 3 fields with tiller because yeah, it's just a late growth game is not ideal for tilling and stuff. But oh well. What am I doing? I take the veg. Veg is a point. It's 3 food at worst. I guess there's 5 food here. It also just feeds me, and then I play game catcher and eat the clay, and then I'm still short of food. Yeah, it's not great. Food, game catcher. Food might be their play though. Red's food is still bad enough that this might be Red's best action. Yeah, this can't be too bad. I'm gonna go with that's not too bad. Game Catcher can get me to 7 boar and 2 cows, but yeah, if I play Game Catcher, then I'm short on food. But it's still worth it. I mean, Game Catcher still is a point regardless of how it works. So like, my last 2 actions are probably Veg plus Game Catcher. Teal does get to grow. Yeah, Veg and Game Catcher. I will eat the clay this harvest. So then, yeah, I'm going to just be 1 food short. After I play Game Catcher. So yeah, I mean, I'm just going to have to eat 8 points. So Game Catcher's just 8 points instead of 2, whatever. There's no way around it. But Game Catcher is definitely my best last action. Even if Game Catcher costs 2 food, it's still my best last action. So it's fine. Oh, what an interesting game! What an interesting game! What a tight game. I mean, it was well played by a lot of players. It was a good game. Day labor is Zach's best action. That's always encouraging. Loki, don't be growling. Don't do it. Good old Game Catcher. Oh, I have to pay an extra food for Game Catcher anyhow, right? Yeah. Duh, okay, I always forget the extra food anyhow. I was always gonna have to eat something. Come here, Loki. Yeah, I don't know why you're growling. You're okay. Well, solid game, but really good game for everybody. It's hard for me to complain to. Like, it's hard. Round 7th growth with Childless. Round 7th growth Field Watchman. That's just what you want. Like, that's just better. I want early growth, and so even a mid-growth game, again, just growing any round sooner is quite advantageous to me. What else could I have done differently this game, I wonder? I guess I could have tried harder to set up for double build, but I don't know if double build gets me anywhere, because the growth queue is still so messy. I could have pushed harder for setting up my... I could have just pushed harder to set up my hand combos and then leveraged that a bit more. I mean, not getting recycled brick down's a little sad, but although only 1 person went to stone because people messed up the red tempo. Even though purple and red are set to Reno, they just couldn't because they didn't read the queue fast enough and weren't ready. Welcome, Zizak. Curious who actually won this still. I don't actually know. Here, I'm going to have to eat a point anyhow, so I'm just going to eat the boar. Eating 2 boar is fine. We go to 5 boar. I could eat the clay, but why eat the clay at this point? May as well keep 1 resource tiebreak, even though 1 resource tiebreak is not going to be good. You risked 4 clay at one point, lost your Stonehouse Mason. Yeah, I figured you... I started to read you for Mason at the end of the game, but yes, your Reno tempo was very bad for Mason then. Which was part of my goal. I mean, part of how I was hoping to win this game was to clay pressure people. And admittedly, I did keep the clay pressure on until the end game, and you guys had problems with your feeding and problems with your Reno because of the clay pressure that Purple and I were exerting. So that part did work. It also meant there was a million wood, though, and you correctly read to build a joinery quickly. Everybody got stables and stuff, so... 6-point Mason, by the way. What did I pick over Mason? What did I pick over Mason? I picked Excavator because I already had a tiller, and it felt that I didn't want somebody fighting me on day labor, and just setting up that combo felt very good. But passing Mason is very rough. Like, that pack was really awkward for me because Excavator was probably the best card for me, but Mason and Patron are, like, quite good. So it's possible I should have just kept the Mason, but there's worlds where, like, an early growth... My Excavator tiller should have been just pretty devastating, but significantly less good in late growth. But oh well. Anyhow, my animals are pretty good. I might have still won. Nah, Zach got me. Tied at 52 each. He had the tiebreaker. All right, I don't feel too bad. Losing to a freaking Carrot Museum childless late growth by tying with them and losing the tiebreaker to a very strong player, I mean, whatever. Like, again, I'd like to win them all, but losing losing on tiebreaker in a game where the growth flip is about as bad as it could have been. Double late growth, actually. Yeah, double late growth is not good for my hand. I mean, I still got 52 with it, so like kudos. But yeah, I mean, this could have been much uglier. So oh well. You think you should have built earlier? You spent too much time making sure Stockman and fourth room lined up. Yeah, I mean, you maybe should have just dropped Stockman. Although I mean, you were definitely building the stable, so I get wanting to play Stockman, but yeah, you probably should have actually just forced your way into the growth queue again. You didn't feel like you played great. Lucky to win. I mean, you played pretty strongly, but you definitely also have some luck, right? I mean, partly purple wasn't set to build and grow, so like you got to grow second this game for like no effort. It was very ideal. Another thing is I did think you had Carrot Museum, but I just didn't do the 2 clay block on you. That was also tempting. I maybe should have done that. I definitely was considering taking your clay so you couldn't you would have a hard time getting Carrot Museum out, but I don't actually know if that would have done enough. You were worried about that? Yeah, I'm not sure that would have done enough for me though. Especially given how close Teal got. Like, I don't know if I can actually mess around with that line. And also I'm only 1 point away from winning. Like there's plenty of ways that could have worked out for me. But yeah, I mean, you played well enough, and then on top of it, though, I mean, you got Childless, and you hit late growth with Childless. I mean, as Gray said in my stream, even if early growth came, if you had Carrot Museum, it's possible with Childless that you're better off just staying and not growing. But you instead got to grow at the perfect time and run Childless as long as you wanted. So I mean, again, what can I do? I mean, there's a field watchman with a straw thatched roof. There's a Childless Carrot Museum at late growth, and I somehow tied that with my hand. I mean, I still have a tiller, so I can't exactly complain. I have tiller excavator, very good, but much better in early growth. My hands just much suited to early growth. Your hands are definitely suited to late growth. So, you know, these things happen. If I hit early growth here, I presume I just beat you guys by quite a bit, would be my guess. I had great feeding for early growth. You guys were slow on feeding. I would have been much faster on the uptake of building another room and growing again with how late purple was at things, I think. I mean, I could be wrong, but my guess is that early growth really favors me a lot. Or at least a lot more than this was. But who knows? Again, I don't feel too bad about this one, though. I played pretty well. Got a nice double late growth. I got a 52. It was a wild game. So many resources in this game too. Just Carrot Museum and crosscut wood and other things too. I mean, it's not like the firewood collector added quite a bit of wood. My excavator added stuff. A lot of wood got injected in the game though, just a lot. Also, Purple's experimental collector game plan stuff here, not very good, everybody. I mean, Purple also just messed up some other stuff, but Purple's like way behind. And I think that's a lot because Purple's stage 1 was very weak, in my opinion. Like, Purple is just so slow to actually get anywhere. I don't think you can use Collector like this. If you're going to use Collector, I don't think it can be for early resources. I think he misunderstood Collector. Maybe. But I mean, it's a new card. Yeah, people are going to experiment, so whatever. Anyhow, thanks all for hanging out and chatting and stuff. It's always good. We'll see what type of streams I get over the next week, but I mean, I'm going to wind up going and visiting family and doing some stuff and having a Christmas break. So I don't know if I've been streaming a lot lately. Probably won't be streaming as much, but it's fun to try to get to use a lot of these new cards. Although, again, some of these games like this one feels like, God, there's just so many resource injection. It's kind of obnoxious, but it's still interesting. Agricola is some good fun. So we'll see what we get in. But otherwise, yeah, I don't know. I don't have a lot more to say about this one. I don't know of anything else coming up for sure, really. But we'll get some streams here and there. We'll see where things go. Oh, I guess the only other thing, is to check the arena stuff. I haven't actually even looked at arena for a while because kind of am done with grinding arena, and I'm kind of happy just squatting second because it's been going well. And that looks pretty much correct. All the people that were getting close to me, I mean, there's some that are close, but nobody keeps getting to the 1800s with me. So I think RangeNet's basically parked, and I think I'm basically parked. Hopefully I'll get second. Otherwise, I'm sure I'm getting top 5, it seems, at this point. So don't think I'm going to be doing a lot of arena this season, but maybe in 3 weeks from now, the next arena season will have CD cards, and we can be grinding and playing around in arena and seeing what happens. But otherwise, yeah, for now, I'm going to head off. I will see you all around. Yeah, thanks. Later, everybody.